you, Donna. Good morning and welcome to Granite Peak Unitarian Universalist Congregation, where love and community are at the heart of each service. It is good to be together, and that sentiment extends to all our Zoom attendees. Hi, Zoomies. Wish you were here. I'm Lydia Garrett, your worship assistant this morning, and I actually am a last-minute stand-in for Bobby Bollinger, who is at home with COVID. May she get better. But Bobby being Bobby, it was all prepared. So I'm just emissary of words. This is Bobby's service. So, while it is wonderful to see so many familiar faces, we always welcome newcomers. If you're comfortable in doing so, would you mind raising your hand, and I'll help you introduce yourselves, tell us what you brought you here this morning, and then we'll have a small gift for you. Do we have any visitors who are here for the first time? No? Just shy ones? So, all right. Welcome, everybody. So, as part of our summer series, we are very happy to have Reverend Anthony Mtuaswa Johnson with us once more from the Sedona UU Fellowship. It's always a treat to have him here, acknowledging that he is, get this, speaker, writer, poet, producer, soldier, teacher, mentor, and elder. Elder doesn't begin to do justice to his extensive and most fascinating history and experiences, including the fact that he has played ping pong with 10 couple. We have a few copies of his fascinating biography on the tables. Maybe you can share those around. So you can learn more of his wide, interesting, and varied background. We base our work and ministry here at Granite Peak on the principles of our mission statement, which reads as follows. We are a compassionate, spiritual community that celebrates diversity, nurtures the personal and spiritual growth of all ages, shares our gifts, promotes justice for all, and serves the world we live in. We are grateful for the behind-the-scenes volunteers who make the service run smoothly every Sunday morning. We are fortunate to have Donna Hill sitting at the piano while Lena Tubman takes some well-deserved time off. She's a long-time UU, but only in the recent months decided to sign our guest book. So we want to give her extra thanks for what she's doing. Thanks also to our marvelous AV Martin behind the screen. There he is, waving. And Brian Williamson and his team of greeters and the mighty kitchen crew. Sunday mornings happen around here because of all of you. And now, a friendly reminder to silence your phones. I'll try to remind you when to turn it back on again. If you are looking for information about the activities and events of our congregation, you can probably find what you're looking for on our website at prescottuu.org, or in our weekly Peak online newsletter, or in our monthly newsletter, The View. The August newsletter, there are some copies, maybe on the table in the foyer. Our children's faith development program is happening across the street under the capable direction of Sandra Palacios. Sandra never ceases to amaze us with the creativity and the lessons for the children today. She gave me the following information. Today, they will be talking about extraordinary abilities. The students from Faith Development will explore the 3 L's in leadership: look, listen, learn. The 3 C's in leadership: competence, commitment, character. And the 4 A's in leadership: awareness, acknowledgement, action, accountability. Through young leadership, Shid has called Roscoe Martinez on an American environmentalist since he was 6 years old. Sovan Kale Suzuki is a Canadian environmentalist, and she was 13 years old and wrote Listen to the Children, her speech at 1992 at the UN conference in Rio de Janeiro. So I'm sure our children will come up with some insights. Our minister, Reverend Michelle Lagrave, has arrived in Prescott with her partner Micah, her mother Nancy, and their 2 cats. Please help welcome them at meet and greet on Wednesday, August 20th from 4 to 5:50, not 6 o'clock, 5:50. And bring an appetizer to share. Vegan and vegetarian options will be welcomed. She will have her first Sunday in our pulpit 3 weeks from today on August 24th. And then we have one more announcement about the sanctuary. Where are you? You want to come up here? So, an update. If you looked in, you probably saw some of the update.
Hello, I'm Norma Meyer, and I'm one of the project team members. We wanted to give you an update, but we couldn't have given you a better update than opening the door so you could see in there. We didn't plan it that way. Bees contractors did that. We're really moving along quite well. We've got the monitors up in there that you could see. The lighting is almost completed. We got 6 hanging pendant lights. And when they came, one of the rods was defective, so we only have 5 that's up right now. So we're going to get the other one up next. They're building the stage. There's going to be we call it a sound booth, in the back where Martin will be, and he'll do all of his electronic stuff there. And it's going to be a lot of electronic stuff from the way it looks. The last big deal is the carpeting. We've ordered the carpeting, and we hope it to be in about 4 weeks. We don't know. And then we'll have some other things that we have to do, but they're just little things after that. One of the things, if you go in there and you talk in there, you'll notice we have a huge echo. So once we get the carpeting down and get the chairs in there and everything, we will then have a person come in and help us figure out how many sound panels we need and where they should go and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we can't give you an opening date because we don't know when the carpet will be here, but we want to thank you once again, though, for your support.
We will now honor our tradition of lighting our chalice. Our chalice lighter this morning is Brian Willis. The chalice we light is a symbol of our faith. It binds us together as one people. A reminder that our strength is in our shared hope for the world, and that our common work is the creation of beloved community among ourselves and the world. Our first reading this morning is from well-known Unitarian minister Forrest Church, whom I heard in his church in New York City some years ago. Each of us, of course, must assume responsibility for awakening. Others may be responsible for our being born, but what we make of our lives, how deeply and intensively we live, is our responsibility and ours alone. Having accepted life as a gift for ourselves, we are then charged to reverse the presence of this, or to revere the presence of the same gift in others. And now please join me in our opening hymn, number 16, in a gray hymnal. It is a gift to be simple. Please join me now in reciting our covenant, which is printed in your order of service. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth, its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve others in community, thus do we covenant together. The offering that we take each Sunday isn't just a routine habit. It's an opportunity to recommit to this place and to its people. Our offering is an affirmation, a yes. When we give, we say yes to something we value. With our gifts freely given, may we say yes to the values of our faith. 1/2 of this offering goes each week to our Seeds of Support program to support local nonprofits who hold values similar to our own. August recipient is Empty Bowls, an annual fundraising event sponsored by Granite Peak and the Prescott UU Fellowship. It supports Yavapai County food banks by selling handcrafted bowls filled with soup provided by local restaurateurs. And this year's date is Sunday, September 14 on the Courthouse Square. The morning offering will now be taken. We acknowledge the generosity of spirit expressed through these offerings. What is given in love is received with gratitude. Blessed be. In our community, we make time each week to share pieces of our lives with one another. Ours is a sharing community where our joys are amplified, a caring community where our concerns are heard and felt by others. We take the next few moments to reflect on important matters of our hearts and acknowledge the loving support of our community. If you would like to recognize a feeling that you are carrying with you, something joyous or something of grave concern, you are invited to come forward to either of these two bowls and release a stone into the water to symbolize what is on your mind. May our joy, hello, there we go. May our joys and concerns, surrounded by the healing communal water of our beloved community, be acknowledged here today. Blessed be. And now let's sing Spirit of Life, number 123 in your green hymnal. And the text is also in your order of service. Spirit of life, sing in my heart, spirit of compassion. Our second reading this morning is based on our theme of personal leadership and is adapted from a writing by Christian de la Huerta. We must shine now. This is a goal toward which we stretch step by step in our own time, at our own pace. As our beauty unfolds and our hearts open, we become gentler and more compassionate, yet brighter, more empowered and fearless. We have been holding on, holding back, playing small, hiding our light under bushes. Enough of that. It is time to let go. We are needed now, all of us. All of us together. All those who feel a calling to be who we are to the fullest and make a difference, to give it all we got. And now we hear our speaker, Reverend Anthony.
Thank you, dear Lydia. I was teasing Lydia this morning. I'm married to a Lydia who's sitting right there. Everywhere I go, Lydia, Lydia. So good morning, gracious ones, and the rest of y'all too. It is indeed a pleasure and an honor to be here this fine, beautiful morning in Prescott and at Granite Peak. I welcome you in the name of the ancestors upon whose shoulders I stand, and I welcome you in the name of all that is holy and sacred for you. My commitment to and what keeps me coming back, dancing with the principles of this living tradition we call Unitarian Universalism, are best summed up words that we've adapted and adopted from the UU congregation in Dublin, Ireland. We do not ask what you believe. We do not expect you to think the way we do. But we are UU, so you know we do ask something. How about we ask that you try to live a kind and a helpful life with the dignity proper to that of a human being? So welcome all who believe that religion is wider than any sect and deeper, dare I say much deeper than any set of opinions, including my own. It is my wish that three things happen today: that we experience friendship, being able to look each other in the face and in the eye, and to recognize the power of service. Strength and encouragement for daily living. For my mission is the time we spend briefly here this morning is something you get something you can use in your daily living. Today's message, what a great lead-in, Lydia. I don't know if you set that up or not, but it's so perfect. The message is a powerful truth, and that truth is we are the leaders that we've been waiting for. So if you turn and look to your left, there he or she is. If you look to your right, that would be them. And if you woke up this morning and looked in the mirror, guess what? You too. Now this idea does challenge us. It challenges us to recognize that the solutions to the struggles that we face, and the struggles are real, that's for sure, personal, communal, and global, are not waiting for someone else to come along and fix them. The strength, the wisdom, and the courage to create a more just and compassionate world already exists within you. As we reflect together this morning, I invite you to open your hearts, to open your minds to the possibility that you are more powerful than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. All 50 trillion cells of you. All 50 trillion cells of you. Yeah, you. that our collective strength is greater than the challenge we face. The challenge is huge, it's big, let there be no doubt, but it compels to the strength of being together. We are the ones we've been waiting for, as the great poet and activist June Jordan reminds us. Yes, we are the ones that we've been waiting for. Jordan's words call out to us to accountability, to be accountable, and to act. They remind us that while it's easy to look outside of ourselves for guidance, for salvation, and for leadership, the real answer is already within. How many of you read that book, The Alchemist? Yeah, oh yeah, that's the story. Always the great reminder for those who don't know. This young fellow goes on a journey all around the world to quest, looking for the answer, and I'll surmise as best I can. Finally arrives at the place, and there's this pool, and he gets his answer, and he looks down there, and some version of, hey dude, it's been hanging around your neck your whole life. What you're looking for is reflected in this pool. Now, what if what I'm saying is true? Now, I went to the same schools you went, and I was trained, I bought it, I caught it, I was taught it, that the answer to everything is out there somewhere. But just for the next few minutes or so, try on that maybe that wasn't quite the whole story. That if we can reverse the scenario, you mean like it's on me? I can be all that? You were born that way. We didn't get the memo. We didn't get the memo. The capacity to transform our world and ourselves lies in our willingness to step forward and lead. So in times like these of uncertainty, or as I like to call them, times of tumult, we often look to our heroes. Who doesn't need or want a hero or a shero? We tell ourselves that someone stronger, a little wiser, more capable will rise to the occasion and make things right. We wait for the next great leader, the next Martin Luther King, the next Mahatma Gandhi, the next Rosa Parks, the next JFK, someone whose moral strength and strategic brilliance will literally save us. I offer that waiting for heroes is dangerous. Why? Because it kind of gives us permission to remain passive. It lets us off the hook. If leadership is reserved for those with extraordinary gifts, then most of us are off the hook. I don't know about you, but I can say I'm pretty regular. Free from the responsibility of stepping into our own power. You're not stepping out to go anywhere. I got to repeat that. The power is yours already. Now, history shows us that leadership is not about being perfect. History, not about being brilliant. I think of Rosa Parks. She wasn't a mythical hero. She was a tired woman. Tired. Long day of work. And she just had enough. Martin Luther King Jr. was a preacher, just an old preacher, who wrestled with doubt and fear, but stepped forward anyway. They were human beings who made a choice to lead, not because they were perfect. Please don't get it twisted. They were far from perfect, but because the moment called for action, and they responded. Now, our history, UU history, which I love, by the way, as a sidebar, it's a fascinating history, this UU history. I teach a course in it every year, and I can't wait till the fall, because you learn so much about this tiny, tiny group of folk. Digress for a moment. You know, there's something like almost 2 billion Christians in the world, something like 1.7, 1.8 billion Muslims in the world, close to about 20 million who follow Judaism in the world. And you go on down to 500 million Buddhists, and you get and then you get all the way down, and you got this little old group of folk, about 800,000 UUs in the world. And how they have impacted the world, I challenge you, is phenomenal. What they've done in the history of this country is nothing less than phenomenal. So you're in good company. UU history is also filled with everyday leaders who changed the world by simply saying yes. They simply said yes when justice called. From the abolitionists who risked their lives on the Underground Railroad, to the activists who fought for marriage equality, leadership in our faith has never been waiting for heroes. We don't wait for heroes. It has been about answering the call. I offer in ordinary but profound ways. We do not need heroes. We need people. You qualify. People who are willing to be brave and imperfect. Brave and imperfect. People willing to simply do the hardest thing, the most difficult thing. And so just show up. What do I do? What do I do? Just show up. Just show up. Speak truth and risk, drum roll please, risk vulnerability. Ooh, and I digress, speak to my men, us fellow penis carriers I call ourselves. Anything but vulnerable. No. Oh, let that go, Slim, let that go. There's so much power in being vulnerable. Trust me, I learned the hard way. We need us. So why do we resist our own leadership? So why do we hesitate to lead? Why is it so hard to believe that we are the leaders we've been waiting for? First, we are conditioned to believe that. I said it earlier, because this is what you've been taught. And when I say you, I'm talking about me too. This is what we've been taught, this is what we caught, and this is what we bought. That leadership belongs to others, to the powerful, to the wealthy, the well-educated, the charismatic society. Ah, yes. Society will teach us that leadership is a gift bestowed upon just a few, not a responsibility that is really shared by many. Second, we doubt ourselves. We tell ourselves that I'm not ready. We're not ready. Or that maybe we don't know enough. That we don't have the right words or the right training. We're afraid of failure. There's always that. Hell, I might do something wrong. Of looking foolish or of letting others down. And third, finally, we fear the cost. We fear the cost of leadership. Leadership often means standing apart from the crowd. Oh, her? Oh, there he is. Oh, him. Mm-hmm. Taking a stand when it would be easier just to stay quiet, be cool. It can mean being misunderstood, criticized, or even rejected. But here's the truth. Here's the truth. Leadership is not about having all the answers. It's just about showing up anyway. Showing up anyway. And the way that you are right now. It's about using the gifts that you have. Earlier you heard me speak about ancestors, because easy for me to stand here and run my mouth because I'm never alone. I know you don't see nobody, but know that I'm not by myself. And recognizing that I can't lose with the stuff I use. Not about me. Same for you. You did not fall off a tomato truck yesterday. And I got news for you that you're not self-made. That's my favorite. Y'all have to excuse me, but I do that at Sedona every Sunday. Self-made, because that's how I feel about being poisoned like that. That I'm this individual. Please. You are the son and the daughter of a mother and a father and 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 a mother and a father, far back as you can go. So act like it. That's what your mama said. So it's about using the gifts that you have, even if they feel insufficient. It's about trusting that the path will unfold as you walk it. You want it laid out. Where do I go? No, the path don't work like that. The path works like this. You take a step, the path shows up. You take another step, the path shows. That's the path. That's how it rolls. It's not. We're not Dorothy. This ain't no golden thing. The world needs more imperfect leaders, trusting that the path will unfold as you walk it. The world needs more of us, willing to risk vulnerability for the sake of truth, justice, and love. I heard y'all talking about it a few minutes ago. This place is all about truth, justice, and love. Our world is crying out for moral leadership. Climate change threatens the future of our planet. Racial and economic injustice persist. Division and fear dominates our political discourse. Loneliness and despair have become widespread epidemics. Swipe left, swipe, what's that? Swipe left, swipe right, whatever it is. It's easy. It's so easy to become, I get it. It's just overwhelming. You can feel overwhelmed in the face of all these challenges, yes? To believe that the problems are just so big, they're just so huge. For me, I have a word for it. It's not huge. Man, the stuff is just hugy. It's huge, but it's hugy. It's bigger than huge. That the forces of injustice, they're just too big. They're too entrenched that nothing we do will really matter. But that is a lie. I'm here to tell you that that's a lie. Change does not come from the powerful and the elite. Never has and never shall. It comes from ordinary people who are willing to say enough already. What did Margaret Mead say? Some version, it don't happen any other way than a small group of folk, like these 4 women in this front row, decide that enough is enough, and that's the way that go. It comes from people who choose to lead, not because they feel ready, no, but because the moment calls for it. Something bigger than us calls for it. It's not my idea. It's the moment. We live in a moment. In the words of the late civil rights leader John Lewis, quote, "You are a light. You are the light. Never let anyone, any person, or any force dampen, dim, or diminish your light. End of quote. So yes, you are the light, you are the leader, you are the one you've been waiting for. So maybe, just maybe, perhaps part of our problem is that we misunderstand what leadership is. Maybe. Leadership is not about control. I offer that leadership is about service. He died in the service of garbage workers. In service. Being in service. Muhammad Ali reminds us of the rent that you pay for living here on the third planet from the sun. Your rent is service. Are you paying your rent? Leadership is not about being like me, being loud. I've just been like that, as my mama say. It's about listening. It's about listening. Leadership is not about standing. No standing above others. It's about standing with folk. I stand with y'all. We stand together. Unitarian Universalism teaches us that revelation is not sealed. You know, we don't play that good book stuff. We believe it's not sealed. Truth is unfolding when? In every moment. It's unfolding right now. It was unfolding when you were drinking your coffee. It's going to be unfolding when I shut up my mouth. It's going to be unfolding for the rest of this day. In each of our lives, the moments unfold themselves. So our offer of leadership is about listening for that truth and responding to it with courage and compassion. You don't need to have a title to lead. You don't need to have a degree. You don't need to be a minister or have a platform or even a microphone. You lead when you show kindness to a stranger. That's leadership. You lead when you speak up for justice in a meeting. That's leadership. You lead when you comfort someone who is grieving. That's leadership. Leadership is not reserved for a few. Remember, it is the birthright of all. It is our birthright. So the question today is not whether you will lead. The question is, how will you lead? How will you lead? Where is your leadership needed? Who needs your courage and your voice? What truth are you called to speak to? You. What act of compassion are you being asked to offer? And you have compassion. Can you take a deep breath, everybody, just for a moment? And that breath, in that breath is compassion. You don't have to order it on Amazon or anything. We have that power to offer that to people. Compassion, you carry it with you. It's in your innards. Let's not forget, you're not too young. You're not too old. You're not too broken. And you are definitely not too late. You have everything you need to lead. The world is waiting. The time is now. We are the ones we've been waiting for. May it be so. Blessed be. Amen. Ashe. What do I do next? We have a hymn. Yes, ma'am. I'll sit down.
And it's after that you have the closing words.
Okay. So we want to sing a hymn.
Okay, I'll stay here.
Number 234, yeah. I'm going to do some facsimile of singing. All right. In the garden of the feel the presence of God, where the crowd shepherds and the crimson fruit will fall, but within the stables so shed, there's no thought of that at all. The treasure of a faith that the myth is heathens hear. See the messages of love come continually from the air. Yes. Thank y'all. Yeah. Closing words. I'll offer some closing words from the great sage Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu reminds us, he says, if you fill your bowl, always fill it to the brim, eventually it's going to spill over. Keep sharpening your knife. Just keep sharpening that knife. Sooner or later it will blunt. You chase after money and security, and your heart will never, ever unclench. Care about people's approval, and you will be their prisoner. So what do? Lao Tzu said you do three things. You do your work. You step back. That's the path to serenity. May it be so. The only path to serenity, he said.
We now come to extinguish a chalice, and Stephanie Willison will do it for us. Let's say it together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Blessed be. Go in peace. And let's enjoy our coffee.
Thank you, dear.
Well, thank you.